lot larger up here. This is really a phenomenal event, which really is the perfect punctuation point for this incredible campaign. This was a historic campaign. We made, all of you and all of us, we made history together. Making history here tonight. When was the last time a city council candidate or a mayoral candidate had a room like this? One of the things, actually, the excitement that I think has been lost, we were hoping some of the other speakers were going to talk about, but I'm now going to fill in a little bit, is one of the things that Kshama is going to be doing on the city council. I'm sure she'll talk more about this. Well, first, she's going to be a representative for us. For working here. Her number one job is every time workers and ordinary people are in struggle, are fighting back, to use her position to support them. And so one of the things we want to use today's rally is also to, in that spirit, to really urge people to get involved in two important struggles that are taking place right now in this area. Number one, the Boeing workers that was talked about before are facing an outrageous assault on their pensions by a CEO who has written his own contract to pay himself $250,000 a month in his pension. Not only that, he went to the state and said that one of the richest companies in the world was so much in need, they needed $8 billion in tax breaks. Anyone here getting tax breaks from Washington State? Are we seeing the sales tax go down?
$8 billion tax raise on us.
That's right. At the same time, he has the goal to call for Boeing workers, who are the ones making the planes, for their pensions to be cut. And those workers had the strength, had the courage to stand up to that. They defied what the experts told them. They defied the serious people said. What all the corporate media said. You can't vote that down. Even some people in the higher ups encouraged them to vote for it. But they stood up and they said no. And we stand completely behind them in support, and I want to urge everyone here, and our campaign, Kshama will be there on Monday. There's going to be a solidarity rally with the Boeing machinists at 4 o'clock at Westlake. And if you're serious about what this campaign's about, you will be there too, right? When I'm done, we can bring back the speaker from Unite here to talk a little about the struggle that they're having with the hotel companies here in Seattle and the boycott they're calling. Unfortunately, with everything going on, I don't want to botch the details, so I urge the sister to come back up and just briefly talk about that when I'm done. But on to what I was supposed to be speaking about, all the extra time I have. This was an incredible campaign. And obviously there's a tremendous excitement and energy in this room, and we're celebrating here today. But we have to ask ourselves, what are the lessons we can draw from this unprecedented election campaign? And what are the next steps? What are the tasks going forward? And I think, number one, the key task that we've discussed, that we've clearly said in the campaign, and unlike other candidates who say one thing when it comes to election time and have a completely different agenda once they're elected, our number one priority going forward is to fight for a $15 an hour minimum wage in Seattle. Not 5 years from now, not 10 years from now, not corporate media and the political establishment who say we need to have studies, we need to have committees, we need to sit down and talk to business leaders and make sure everyone's at the table. I'm going to steal the line from Kshama during the campaign. We welcome them to write letters to the landlords and tell them they need to wait to collect their rent. Think they can keep hiking rent, the highest rates in the country, we cannot wait for a $15 an hour minimum wage. But we know it's not going to happen because we have one representative on the city council prepared to fight for it, right?
Right.
We can't just think Kshama's going to fight with all her strength. You can rely on that. But she needs you. We need to have a powerful mass movement to keep the pressure up completely, to hold the politicians' feet to the fire, and not give them an inch to back down.
Right on.
So one of our first tasks is we are going to bring together, we're making an appeal to all those who support a $15 hour minimum wage, for the labor movement, to progressive organizations, civil rights movements, rank and file workers, activists, to come together in a broad coalition to organize a mass rally of at least, we're Seattle, we just made history, at least 10,000 people in early 2014. We cannot let this opportunity slip through our fingers, and it's going to take protests like that to do that. Kshama will be working to write and move an ordinance for a $15 hour minimum wage, and she's happy to meet with and talk with and collaborate with anyone on the council who's prepared to support that. But let's not be naive. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they agree quickly and the bill goes through. But if they don't, if they try to delay, if they try to water it down, if they try to dilute it, if they try to kick the can down the road, we want to put an initiative to the people of Seattle in November 2014. The final thing I'm going to touch on is just a bigger picture of where we're heading in 2014 and beyond. This is not, what we've seen here is not a peculiarity of just Kshama Sawant, or some people say The Stranger, which is a strange paper but a very valuable, did a great job in this election. But it represents far more. In Minneapolis, Socialist Alternative also had a candidate, Ty Moore, who ran for city council in Minneapolis. And also made history. He ran the strongest socialist election campaign in the U.S. in decades until our campaign. He won as a leader and activist in Occupy Homes, Minneapolis, which endorsed him. As a leader in Socialist Alternative, he brought together a coalition of the Green Party, of the SEIU State Council of 30,000 workers, of activists, of the immigrant rights movement, and they came in second, 240 votes behind the corporate-picked candidate of the Democratic Party.
Very good.
That is an incredible result, brothers and sisters. Here in Seattle, he was able to shift the whole political debate. All the other candidates had to start talking about the issues he was raising, of $15 an hour minimum wage, of stopping the foreclosures, of a moratorium on foreclosures, and many other issues. We need in 2014 many more Kshama Sawants, many more Time Wars, independent working class candidates, candidates who are fighting 100%, not halfway, not in words, but in words and deeds, and in every way are completely representing, completely accountable to our side, working people, young people, the environmental movement. That means we cannot take a penny in corporate money. Any politician who says they're pro-worker, they're pro-environment, and they sit down with the coal companies, and they sit down with Boeing and Shell, etc., they do not deserve our support. The momentum. Seattle can lead the way to set an example nationally for 100 independent, labor, and green, and socialist candidates in 2014. And a little bit more down the road, but 2015 is coming fast, and the downtown businesses, the corporate establishment, they're gunning for Kshama already. They want to make sure this is a one-off blip and would never is repeated again. Are we going to let them do that? Yeah! And let's make sure that all the corporate politicians, that we have a strong alliance of independent, working class, green, union, socialist candidates, challenging them all in the new district system in 2015.